Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel where I talk about electrical installation. So if you are in the electrical industry in the UK, I hope there's something here on my channel for you. In this week's video, I'm going to be talking about an article that I've seen online recently, which is regarding to electricity supplies in West London. And so the article says, electricity shortage leads to ban on West London developments. And this relates to developments that are 25 homes or greater. Apparently it doesn't affect smaller developments, but it's something that really caught my eye because I've had some issues with lead times on new electricity supplies. Now, I haven't worked on any projects in London recently because I live out in the country, so I haven't any recent personal experience of this, but I have had issues with regards to lead times for electricity supplies. So this article in particular is relating to West London, and for developments greater than 25 homes. Apparently there isn't the capacity in West London according to this article. Also, there was another recent article in the IT's E&T magazine that says 6 million UK homes could face power cuts this winter as energy crisis worsens. Now, we hear a lot in the news at the moment about energy crisis and energy costs and water shortage at the moment with the heat, but the thought of there being a shortage of electricity is something that really caught my eye, and it's really quite concerning. Now, even if we put aside what we hear in the news for a minute, we know that there's a lot more electric vehicles being purchased, so the increase in electric vehicle charging points adds to the network. There's also the move away from gas heating to electric heating, and talk about decarbonising the heating. And all of this puts an additional pressure on the electricity network, and this makes me wonder, is this going to have an effect on the lead times for new electricity supplies? So, speaking as an electrician, these issues really are something that's outside of our control, and perhaps only the National Grid or maybe the DNOs would be able to answer this question. However, in the 25 years or so that I've worked in the electrical industry in the UK, the lead time for electricity supplies is something that's always had the potential to cause delays to projects. So I think the best advice is that if you're working on a project that requires a new electricity supply or any work by the DNO, is to get your application in as soon as possible, preferably before you're on site. So this hopefully might prevent any delays. Also bear in mind the information that you're going to need to provide to the DNO. So they're going to need to know the maximum demand, they're going to need to know if there's any electric vehicle charging points, if there's any renewables at the installation. All of this stuff is useful to have to hand when you're making your application for a new electricity supply. Now, if you need to know how to calculate maximum demand, I talk about this in a few videos on my channel, and I'll put a link at the top of the screen. And if you haven't already done so, please click over here to subscribe to my channel.